10 seconds. No, nothing, that's okay. Okay. Hercules. Okay. Okay. Yes, there you go, very fast. Actually, it's not terrible. That is what Hercules is. Alright, Andrew, we're going around and you're all going to tell me one thing. Yeah. One thing, Andrew.
There was a dude who was in prison and he was becoming rough and
What do you got? Volcano eruption. Do you know the name of said volcano? Vesuvius. Excellent. Okay.
Isn't the Vesuvius
Sachin, go.
there was that gladiator.
Huh?
A gladiator arena.
A gladiator arena. Who said a fat guy? It was a plastic gladiator. Okay, yeah. So there's an arena, an amphitheater, yeah. Good.
Pompeii is a good archaeological site because everything was well preserved.
Why?
Because of the event that happened, because the lava and it was like a flash. It froze it in place.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Nothing else? Can't repeat. Nothing else? Absolutely nothing? Again? Nothing else? Action. Okay. Yeah, reconstruction. You hear it? Gemma?
Moving into walls.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wall carvings, graffiti, nothing? Nothing? Okay, it's a big site. It is 66 hectares. Yeah?
It's old.
It's old. Okay. I'm hoping that these gave some evidence. So there are over 1,000 casts that have been made for, I guess, kind of not reconstruction purposes, but for historical purposes. Alright. I've been there. I know Jenna's been there. Who else has been there? You two girls have also been there. If you get to go to Italy, I highly recommend it. Naples, where Pompeii Herculaneum is famous for its margarita pizzas. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Alright, that's okay. That's not bad. I'm going to move on and give you a little bit of where it is in this context. Alright. So we know Italy is shaped as a boot, right? Now this little square here is what is kind of blown up here for you. You have the region of Naples. It's in a little bit of like a bay, St. Paul's Bay, Naples. Now you have the mountain ranges kind of go through here behind Vesuvius. Alright, so Mount Vesuvius is the mountain that erupted. Okay? Mount Vesuvius, you have a Herculaneum super close to Vesuvius. It was actually hit the hardest and the fastest. Right? Pompeii, again, a little bit south. But one of the reasons why it didn't go here is because of a lot of the wind direction. We don't have a look at the impact in a minute. But wind direction and that kind of seasonal time, and also the shape of the land, alright, it just kind of led all the force of it to come around here. And due to the eruption, it actually changed the landscape of Italy. It pushed the coastline out 2 kilometres because Pompeii and Herculaneum were right on the coast. So it's changed from coastal towns 2 kilometres out. That's the impact of Vesuvius. So it's changed the landscape. We're going to talk about again a little bit later when we look at geography in the survey topic, but this is just overview. Alright, this is one of the photos of this is actually like the gymnasium. Okay, the equivalent of the gymnasium. When you walk into Pompeii, or in one of the entrances, this is the first thing that you see. Alright. So, one of the biggest things to know is that we don't really have a lot of information about the occupation, about anything between the 6th and 3rd. So between 600 and 300 roughly, we don't have too much information. Alright, we do have some evidence. Alright, we have Strabo, who tells us a lot about these things. So Strabo, we've heard about him when we looked at other Roman geographical features. He is a geographer. Alright, it's really good to note some of these sources for later. Okay. Now we're going to be looking at these few areas. So the 7th to the 5th, the 4th, the 5th to the 4th, the 4th to the 1st, the period of the eruption, very briefly. We're going to look at Herculaneum as well, because people often kind of forget about Herculaneum. They say Herculaneum, but they forget about it because we don't have much covered in Herculaneum. Most of it has been, has modern buildings built on top of it, because it was so far down, 18 meters down, whereas Pompeii was only 6. 18 meters worth of essentially lava is covered, and so it didn't discovered until 17th, 16th century. And then we look at the earthquake briefly as well. So these are the main topics that we'll have them up there, but just keep them in mind when you are taking notes. I don't expect you to take all of them down, but just know as I'm going. So some of the pieces of evidence suggest that the Oscans, alright, the Oscans settled. So between 700 and 500, it's suggested that it was settled by the Oscans, who's kind of like a hybrid between the Etruscans, who settled in north of Rome at the time, and Greek. So there was a Greek influence and a Roman influence. Alright? But basically, we know at this point that Pompeii was trading, there's a trading station, it was a river port. Alright? That's what we do know about this Oscan settlement, okay, between these dates. Okay. Don't take every word down, please. Please don't. That's not useful. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay. Now, after this point, between the 4th and the 5th, the 5th and the 4th, alright, we look at the Samnites. Now, the Samnites took Campania. And this is not, it's not something that's, we have, in modern history, we have regions who have been taken over by other countries as well. This is an ancient form of imperialism. Alright, so you've got the Samnites who took Campania. They kept the Oscan language, so from their previous people, but they had a Samnite government. Now, the Samnites were most likely from the mountains. Okay? And the development of the town that the Samnites established was the same one that they used and that was kept until the eruption. Okay? So that's when we see some of these establishments taking place. Okay? Now, the 4th to the 1st, this is when, under the direction of Sulla, alright, in the 1st century, this is when, it's 1st century BC, it became an ally of Rome, so a Roman colony. Alright? And that's where we have this Roman town. So by the 1st century, this is the only thing you write down, by the 1st century, it was a Roman colony. Okay. By the 1st century BC, it was a Roman colony. All right, moving on. All right, now a little bit of a picture about what it would have looked like between 80 BC and 80 AD. Basically, we're looking at that 160 years. All right. We find a lot of Roman villas, so this kind of tells us that wealthy Romans stayed here. A lot of evidence to suggest it was a resort town. All right. Expensive, yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about geography and the reasons why it was expensive, but a lot of wine. Pompeii and the area around Pompeii, there are still people that have wineries. And there. So the city grew and prospered. Many Roman senators had expensive villas outside of Pompeii. During the reign of Nero, we know that there was a riot, and it was actually started in the amphitheatre between Pompeians and Musarians. Musarians? Right, in about 60 AD, 59 AD. Yeah. Guys, I don't care if you write CE or AD. Lisa now use CE, but I use AD because I'm just used to it. And also it's biblical, so that's fine. So I will use AD almost every time, but if you prefer to use CE, I'm not going to hold that against you. Okay? So this is what we see. It is a Roman town. And one of the reasons why we study it because it's one of the best examples of what a Roman town looked like. Okay, in terms of life, it's frozen in time. That's probably one of the ways that they describe Pompeii and Herculaneum. All right. So Herculaneum, again, it's settled by the Oscans. There's influence of Greek culture, and it's smaller. It's a third of the size of the city of Pompeii. It's 20 hectares. Pompeii is 66 hectares. All right. But we don't know the population, but we expect it to be around 2,000 to 3,000 people. Right? But that's the thing, you need to always keep in mind, and I've processed a lot, fragmentary nature of evidence. We have fragments, we have glimpses. We do not have it written down yet.
How big was Pompeii?
How big was Pompeii? 66 hectares. But we have only excavated 44 hectares of it. Okay. Now I have a table here that I don't need you to write down. It's available for you on the Google site. But I have all the people or groups that occupied, when, and the evidence for it. Alright? It's a really good summary. Okay? So if you prefer to use something like this, you do not have to pick summaries for this dot point. It's not even a dot point for this topic. Alright? It's a picture for you to see, okay, I want to know the information, but I also want to know the evidence for it. Right? It's important. Ancient history is always about evidence, coming back to evidence. Okay? Alright. Now, the earthquake, we'll go into more depth with this in the survey topic because we look at the impact. Alright? Now, there was an earthquake in AD 62. Right? Pompeii and Herculaneum were both affected by it, but it caused a lot of damage. We have Suetonius writing about this, and I'm pretty sure we have Pliny also mentioning this. Pliny the Elder. Now there are two Plinies, Pliny the Elder and then his nephew Pliny the Younger. Pliny the Elder was around during the time of the volcanic eruption in 79 AD, but Pliny the Younger is our main source for it, and we'll talk more about that later. Opinion is divided about the length and severity of the earthquake and its destruction. Yeah. Yeah, they're both cities, towns. Yeah. Well, they're separate. Pompeii, Herculaneum. Okay. Now, in terms of the 79 AD eruption, we have 6 to 7 meters of volcanic ash that completely covered Pompeii. I'm going to show you a video just after this. I'm pretty sure you may have seen it a couple of years ago when you guys were maybe 8, but we're going to watch it again. But we're going to have a look at, from the perspective of a whole day event, how did the destruction actually happen at Pompeii? Other cities that were affected, not just Pompeii, obviously Herculaneum, but there were 2 other cities that were destroyed in the process of Vesuvius. One is Apontus, and it was basically a kind of like a palace. And then you have Stabiae, which is also a coastal town. So there were 4 main areas that were destroyed, and there's potentially more. We've just built on top of it, so we don't really know. Okay, potentially more. You just have to dig for it. But you'll see things like volcanic ash, rock fragments, and pumice coming up often when we look at this earthquake and the eruption. Okay, Stabiae, Herculaneum, and Apontus are other cities. Now, Herculaneum was hit the worst. Herculaneum was covered by heavy rock fill first, right? Then ash, and then lava because of its proximity to Vesuvius. 18 meters covered. It's difficult to excavate. Modern people have built on top of it. So if you go to Herculaneum, you kind of stand on a bit of not a cliff, but like a bridge almost. Okay, and down there is Herculaneum, and then you have the modern cities built on top of it. Okay, so there's so much more to excavate, but we're kind of standing here. We look down, you can see the boat houses with all the skeletons in it, where the coastline used to be. Okay, and then you see, it's enough to just to see the town. Okay, so it's a very cool drawing. Okay. Now I have some pictures. These are from Pompeii. Just recently, we're looking at new technologies. Your topic test, your assessment task for this is Herculaneum. This is what I was talking about. This is where the 18 meters are, right? And then it's about standing on top. The boat houses are here, right? And that's Herculaneum. That's basically all of Herculaneum, right? The one thing you notice from Herculaneum is, and Pompeii, Herculaneum, you have roofs intact in Herculaneum. There are hardly any roofs intact. You have two-story buildings in Herculaneum, up here, 2 stories. Two-story buildings in Herculaneum. You don't see that in Pompeii. Right? I think the pace at which Herculaneum was covered actually meant that it was frozen a bit more, kind of still in place. Pompeii probably experienced a little bit more land aggravation, and which did cause a lot of collapse, whereas Herculaneum didn't have time to collapse. So we have a lot of roofs. Some of them have been reconstructed and things like that, but that's Herculaneum. This is, I can't remember if it's Pompeii or Herculaneum. That is Vesuvius now. So after it erupted, it kind of split into 2 peaks. So this is where the active volcano currently is, but you can imagine it was actually like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll show you some pictures soon. So we're basically finished this overview historical section. So this, you'll see this a lot. This is our evidence for commercial activity. They've got grooves in the roads, in the rocks from use of carriages and horse-drawn things. But they also had stepping stones, so you didn't step in any of the road stuff on the road. You can still walk on these. They're still there. I took that picture. I took this picture. This is a picture of a woman. It was found in a house in Pompeii. Very, very popular. Just wait for another couple minutes. Very, very popular. It tells us a little bit about life for women there. All right. Perhaps literacy. She's got a book. She's got a stylus in her hand or a pen. Perhaps it is something to say about what women. It actually looks like someone who's just stepped out of the 1920s almost. You know, like she's got jewelry on. She's quite beautiful. She's got like the headpiece. This is a bed that we found. All right. Now again, summaries are not compulsory for this overview, but I'm hoping that you guys were able to write some brief slides, and I'm going to show you what I'm hoping that you wrote. So I did this as I was going through the PowerPoint myself. All right. I did what I know about it, Estelle Laser, and then I started. Now I'm not asking you to tick off, but I'm hoping that you have similar things to what I have up here, okay? All right, history, stages and occupation, limited evidence from this period, evidence from Strabo, Etruscans first settled, which was Greek and Etruscan influence, evidence of a river/trading port, 400 to 500, Samnites took Pompeii, developed town plan, that we see in the remains today. 400 to 100 became ally of Rome, and then a colony of Rome. Was a resort town full of expensive villas. Herculaneum, Oscans, this one. And then I talked a little bit about these. It's not very long.
Okay, and my writing is terrible as well. Not apologizing for it. All right. Basically, what I got down. Right. This is the minimum what I expect, and if you were to write that nicely on line pages, then you'd probably get half a page. Okay. I wanted to show you that. I think it's important. But the notes from the PowerPoint section, I'm happy if you want to take that, but basically it was for kids who didn't have BYOD. So it gives you space to talk about it here, and also gives you a table that you don't need now because we're going to be looking at that later. Representations, that you don't actually need this, so I could probably get rid of that. Yeah, you don't really need it, but I have it there anyway for you.
We are starting the survey. All right, this is my last point for today, which is great. Again, you are not required to write summaries for this overview, but we are starting this next one. This is where the summaries are required of you. Okay, so in our core study, Pompeii, the survey. Now, this is one giant document and one giant PowerPoint, right? Originally, I had developed single ones for each of these, but it just so happened that the first non-examinable content was most of these anyway, so I just couldn't be bothered to divide it, right? But we're going to go through it slowly. I'll ask someone to keep tabs on which one I'm missing, but there is a worksheet that I've not finished yet, all right, that is also attached to it. So we're just going to go through the first part of the worksheet and the first part of the survey, which is 1.1, geographical context. Sorry, do you need it? Next lesson, I'll show you an example of what your summary should look like for this topic, 1.1. Okay? Basically, you need to include setting, features, natural features, and resources. Okay? Usually the syllabus document will give you an idea of what you need to include, but that's basically it. For 1.1, alright, please remember, take notes of any sources I use. Remember, at least one piece of evidence for every syllabus document. Minimum, okay, one. And it can be a picture. You can describe a picture, and I'll show you a really great picture that we use to talk about geography of Pompeii and Herculaneum. But again, here is our maps of Pompeii and Herculaneum. So Pompeii, Herculaneum, Vesuvius, Naples, Rome, okay, Naples down here. Stabii and Afontis. Afontis is and that kind of gives you an image of the coastline. So one of the features, more obvious, it's coastal. Okay? Yes. Good question. Yes, maybe. That is where most of the you can see it from 32 kilometers away, basically, the eruption. So people from Rome noticed actually a couple hours later. From Capri, which is one of the islands, that's where Pliny the Younger, I'm pretty sure it's Capri, where Pliny the Younger was looking and watching his uncle go to try to save people on Stabii. His uncle died, and he's writing his letter 20 years later to Tacitus. My uncle was so heroic, etc. So he was writing based on his eyewitness account, which we need to identify limitations with, which he does himself anyway. All right. Sorry? From the volcano. He went to go to Stabii, which is another city that Vesuvius took. Yeah. All right. So this is an image that we have. It is taken from house in Pompeii. Can anyone just give me some brief observations about this painting? It's a mountain. What could you assume the mountain is? Probably, yeah, the volcanic mountain, Vesuvius. What else do you see? You see the snakes. What else do you see? Birds. What else? What's the guy look like? No, I didn't know it was a guy. I thought it was a head. It just looked like a great thing. I didn't know. Okay. Okay, what's up here? What do you think it is?
Oh, it's a reed. Like a laurel. A vine. Like a vine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, based on this picture, does it give us any information about natural features, geography, etc.? What can you infer about Vesuvius and the area around Vesuvius based on this painting alone?
Maybe it was like, oh, well, that's certain that there's something cunning or dangerous about the world.
Yeah. Snake is over there. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. Wine, one of the biggest resources there. Yeah.
The mountain is big.
Okay, very essential. Now, this painting was found in the house of the Centenary. Now, this guy here, people have found out who he actually is. He's not a, well, I don't know if you can call he a god, but he is a god. This is the Roman god Bacchus. Alright, and we'll go through and get down to that spelling later. Bacchus is the god of wine. He is shown looking like a bunch of grapes. Alright, obviously representing this, you know, this kind of divine beauty of this natural resource. Right? Very central is our Vesuvian mountain. Okay, almost kind of having some kind of religious. Maybe it was worshipped, and this idea. People are drawing as much information from this as they can. It's right next to Bacchus. If Bacchus is below the mountain, maybe there is a sense of, you know, spirituality part of it. This up here, you guys are right, it is some kind of vine, but it's actually an olive branch. If you were to look closely, you can see a little bit more of the olives. And you have the birds, the natural wildlife. But it does tell us two things, basically. A lot of wine and a lot of olives. Alright, and there are multiple pieces of evidence that suggest wineries. We've got different types of pots and things like that at wine store, but also we have an olive press, which press the olives for oil. So that is one painting that you can refer to when you are talking about geography, Rachel. This one was found in Pompeii. Okay, these are some more photographs. I didn't take these. I stole them from another teacher because they were actually able to go up Mount Vesuvius. So she's gone up Mount Vesuvius. This is the view. You can see how far out the coastline is now. But basically, ancient Pompeian Herculaneum. And this is where we start with more of the artifacts and geographical settings. Fertile region of Campania. Now this whole area, Naples included, is part of Campania. Right? Pliny the Elder, he is one of the sources. He's described this region as one of the loveliest places on earth. Pliny the Elder, Pliny the Younger. Pliny the Younger is the one who wrote about the eruption. Pliny the Elder has written a lot about the geography of Campania as well. Alright, it's in southern Italy. You guys know a little bit of this. But it is described as a very beautiful place. Climate-wise, this is a modern topographic map, but you can expect it to be a little bit similar. Hot and dry between summers, so it's not too wet during summer, which a lot of the places were. Yeah. All right. So obviously, being part of the Mediterranean, the tropical areas, you've got a lot of the south reaching higher temperatures, but you do have a really nice, the easterly winds that come in that are quite beautiful. Westerly winds that come in are quite beautiful.
Okay. Okay, climate's not that important, but you can kind of see a few of the locations and the differences between the areas. All right. Now, on the European mainland, Mount Vesuvius is the only active volcano. Its last volcanic activity was in 1944, okay, during World War II. Now, Diodorus knew that it was active, so we know that Greek settlers, right, who part of this Austrian type of thing, they know that it was active, right? There were lots of shakes and tremors. And again, this volcano is like one of it's so distinctive, it dominates this area. Okay, so you can't really go to Naples without looking at the volcano, or without seeing it basically. Strabo, again we see Strabo, he's mentioned, this is a painting, right? Strabo describes it as a mountain covered with fertile soil which seems to have its top cut off horizontally, forming a level plain. Again, forming a level plain. This is a modern painting, not an ancient painting.
They still consider it active now.
Yeah, it's still active. They have like emergency plans in place, and they often have drills, but no one pays
If it's active, why is there people on it?
attention. There's a lot of what's it called, maintenance. There's a lot of observing of the volcano. So if there was any chance of it, they would tell us. But it's been almost 60 years, so they haven't had another eruption since. All right, a mountain covered with fertile soil which seemed to have had its top cut off horizontally, forming a level plain. Okay. Now this is where I talk about the landscape changing. So this is where Herculaneum is. This is where the coast used to be. Okay, we have boat houses here, where boats are kept. Boat houses. This is roughly 1 to 2 kilometres. All right. Now, the entire landscape of Campania is basically a result of the volcano, and potentially, 3,000 years ago, could have been the result of more volcanic activity. Herculaneum was on the coast, built on a steeply sloping spur of land that ended in a cliff face with a good view of the ocean. That's what we know about Pompeii. About Herculaneum, but now it has obviously changed. And I wanted to show you that. All right, when we look at soil, we are talking about rock resources, so materials that we get from fertile soil. Obviously, the painting with Bacchus found in the House of the Centenary. All right, if you do reference pictures, it's important to know where they came from. I'll try my best to make sure I know, sometimes even I forget. So the House of the Centenary, that's where we find the painting of Bacchus, okay, who's dressed as a bunch of grapes. All right. And that does illustrate this idea that it was fertile. So if you do make the statement, you can also make sure that you back that up with evidence. So this soil was extremely fertile due to the material that the volcano spewed, rich in phosphorus, rich in these kind of materials. So they still grow vines and they still grow olives and things like that. There, that is. Okay. Perfect for agriculture, they call it. Soil was spongy. I don't like that word, but spongy. You do have Vesuvius wine that you can still buy and drink. Slopes of Vesuvius were covered in vines, and the area was known for their wine. Pliny the Elder, I should probably make sure. Pliny Elder, vines, quote, never stopped growing. Okay? We're talking about resources here. Vines never stopped growing. All year round. Can you imagine? Perfect. All right. Other things. Oil. Perfume. Oil is used in the perfume industry. You've got fruit, peaches, apricots, lemons, cherries, plums, figs. And these things, we have actually carbonized figs. We have carbonized dates. These are like, you can't eat them. They're just like hard rock, but they're carbonized. You actually have the seeds of the figs. Right? We see a lot of these things also in wall paintings and mosaics. The pumice that the volcano provided was really good for, they used it for building their houses. So a lot of the stone that had been used in the construction of buildings was from the volcano. Good, strong, sturdy, it's very good with heat. So you can imagine that it's a good kind of material, very hard to use for your house. They use it for the mills, right? Then different resources and things like that. So they're using everything. Okay, I'm really hoping that in terms of resources, it's not a paragraph, it's a list. Okay, that's what you get. Okay. All right. A lot of the evidence suggests to fishing ports, trade points in Pompeii and Herculaneum. Safe anchorages, it's a perfect harbour. You saw it was a little bit of a peninsula almost. So it is a little bit of a where boats can come. These are my boats. And that's Vesuvius, Pompeii, Herculaneum, Tish. A good coastal port. A naval station of the Roman fleet during Augustus's reign. Augustus reigned before the birth of Christ, right? And we do know that it was a colony in 89, by the time of 89 AD. So a naval station during Augustus's reign. Trading and cultural connections, we're going to have a look at this later. Cultural connections, we're looking at impact of other cultures on Pompeii and Herculaneum. The fish industry, right. We found fish hooks in Herculaneum. We found an entire fishing boat in Herculaneum. But garum, I actually have some in this bathroom. Garum is disgusting. It is fermented fish sauce. I had a kid eat some last year and he threw up. It was terrible, but he chose to. I didn't ask him to. He chose to. He actually chose to eat it on some chocolate. Probably wasn't a good idea. Fermented fish sauce. Oh, really? What is fermented fish sauce? It's not like, you know, the fish sauce that we put in stuff for, you know, Asian cuisine. It is a very thick, it's essentially a fish crushed up with oil and a couple of other things. No, it's black.
Fish paste that you can like buy from
So you can buy it. You can buy it online. I'm thinking of bringing in some KFC and you can try with the KFC. I mean, I feel like that is a little bit better. Yes. Alright. But our evidence for this is Strabo reports of Pompeii and accommodated traffic in both imports and exports. So most likely their biggest natural resource, wine, olives and things like that, that's what they're exporting, especially taking, if it's wealthy Romans that lived in Pompeii and Herculaneum, then you can expect that the wealthy Romans want them when they're not on holiday in Pompeii, their resort town, but when they're also up in Rome. Okay. So I've already given you at least 4 pieces of evidence for geographical context. Take notes, please. Yes. Like a bibliography, or like what it is. Most of them I have mentioned, except for that because I just yeah. If it's a source, I will. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try my best. So for Strabo, I got this from a textbook, so I don't actually know which book, which chapter, which page. You'd find it. Yeah. It's only 20 slides. No, there's not. There's plenty more than 20 slides. Maybe I'm using the wrong one.
Okay. I think I've already talked about this one. Coastline. We've got workshops, events of workshops that show agricultural products. Strabo says training centre and port, resort town, and I've already mentioned that one. I'm repeating myself, sorry. I'm going to quickly go up because I think I've edited some of these ones. All right. So the Apennine mountain ranges. So they're pretty much in the middle of Italy. All right. This is also part of the setting. You have the Apennine mountains to the east of Pompeii. You've got the Sarno River, which was really important for navigation for Pompeii, the Sarno River. But there's another river as well. Try to remember that one. Sorry, I'll go back. So the Apennine Mountains and the Sarno River, part of geographical setting. No, okay. Then that is it. So that one's it for geography. The practice question I have also put in the worksheet, all right? I'll show you the worksheet and we'll go through some things earlier, but basically the only difference from this question to your question is using this source, there's a source you use, describe the geographical setting and natural features around Vesuvius, not just in Pompeii, not just in Herculaneum, but around both of them. So your worksheet will look something like this. Okay. It has the textbook reading, the Oxford one that you have as a hard copy. There's also a digital copy. Additional reader, that is in the 2017 ones. You have some definitions you need to match up. All right. Terms and key things. That's what you put if you were to put in your summaries. I've got the recap of the occupations there, but also this is the quote that I used. Campania's coastal region is the finest, not only in Italy, but the entire world. Nowhere is the climate gentler. Spring comes with its flowers twice a year. Nowhere is the soil richer. Here are the vine-clad hills and the most beautiful of all, Vesuvius. On that coast lie the cities Herculaneum and Pompeii. This is Florus. He's not the most notable geographer for history, but I used him for this because it's from a HSC question. But again, this is like pre-HS, like pre-syllabus, right? So your question was, in what region is Vesuvius, which was a 1 marker based on this source? What features does Florus praise in source 1? And this is basically, that question that I had in the on the PowerPoint. And I'll show you an example of my answer after you guys do yours. So using the source by Florus and another of your choice. Describe the geographical setting and features of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Around Vesuvius. Okay, I'll just quickly change this view.
Miss, may I please use the bathroom?
Yes, you may. There we go. All right, so you guys can just do this on paper for now because I want to finish this booklet and give it to you properly. So do this in your booklet for now. There are those 3 questions, 1 mark, 2 mark, so there's 7 marks altogether. And then I'll show you the example of what I've done. So what region, what features does Florus praise in particular? And then describe the geographical setting and natural features. I'll give you about 15 minutes and then I'll show you my answer. Okay? Go, go, go. You can just do it on paper. Don't worry about typing it up. It won't take you long. If you want to write down the quote, you can, but it's not necessary. I'll try to make that bigger so you can see it. Rach, is that big enough for you? Caitlin, is that big enough for you?